there were 4 beetles, they felt somehow that was a support of IPv4. They're kind of crazy. We don't really know why.
What other nefarious actions have they done? They rewarded Al Gore with inventing the internet. Then they punished Al Gore for not supporting IPv6 once he joined the resistance.
And now he's doomed to live out the rest of his days in a gefilte fish jar.
Other actions?
Wait.
Sterling Arch.
What the hell? That was told to you in confidence.
We have to get the truth out. They also killed his cat Schrodinger.
I'm also gathering a lot of evidence that the TSA, I think we know who controls the TSA, stole one of my socks on the way here. So, what other initiatives is the Cabal undertaking? Well, this is something that has Cabal fingerprints all over it. This is an article from the Telegraph in 2007. Scientists develop remote-controlled pigeon. Why would they want to do this? Well, that's what the professor and I were wondering when we first saw this. And basically what we've decided is that the experiments on the birds are multi-purpose. One, this is tied to some brain monitoring, controlling efforts that we'll be discussing in more detail later. And it's also tied to advanced implementation of RC 1149. Now, obviously, there's some serious ethical considerations with experimenting on animals like
Ignoring the serious ethical considerations, we have the obvious violation of international bird law. They're using a land-based bird, which is illegal, which we then decided to use a seabird, which is totally illegal.
Pigeons are legal tender in many countries. So, the professor and I pondered what to do about this, and we came up with a solution.
Pigeons are very hard to catch.
This is some documentation from one of our early experiments. It was very promising. We trained a pelican to deal with the pigeon threat.
Things were starting to turn around for the resistance. Things were looking good.
We were very optimistic that this was going to be an end of the Cabal's pigeon research. Unfortunately, one of our agents was involved, took a video at a Cabal training facility and smuggled this out to us. This was just heartbreaking. This is one of the pelicans that was trained by the professor. So you can see it's the orca, killer whale, eating it. And they just ripped it to pieces.
Pelican was a good friend of mine.
All that was left was just floating bits of chum by them, and they were done. And we don't know what to do. I mean, every time we seem to make an advance, they come up with something to stop us.
Other Cabal initiatives, they're tied to MySpace. Well, they can't all be winners.
That's good news, because it shows they can be defeated.
They funded research of the brain monitoring technology, implanted electrodes, fMRI, etc.
So what's in the future for the Cabal? Well, monitoring all IPv6 communications is pretty clear. I mean, if they control the protocol, they can monitor whatever they want. They can also implant thought monitoring chips into every human. That was one of the main purposes of the pigeon experiments. We have strong evidence that, unfortunately, we're not ready to reveal yet, that IP version 7, or version 8, depending on what they go with, it's not really clear
depending on your prime number conspiracy.
Right, exactly. Prime composite, yeah, that it's going to support thought control tips, which is just horrifying. So, the question that we have next is this just the tip of the iceberg?
The conspiracy goes much deeper.
What else are they going to be doing? It's terrible.
We have CIA, NSA roundups, the need for anonymity, avoiding social networks, sorry, Face Plus, distributed cell structures. First, the CIA NSA roundups. There's a suspicious absence of anti-IPv6 groups. Of all the protest groups out there, why not any anti-IPv6 ones? Why is it just us? Doesn't make any sense. They have not yet denied, internment camps for IPv6 resistance.
We haven't really asked them just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, we don't want to do
ourselves.
Seems needless. Okay. Would we dress like this if it wasn't required?
Yeah, our corporate overlords did not fit the bill. We had to buy these disguises ourselves because they're probably part of the conspiracy. Also, I took this hotel from my hotel room. There are black helicopters flying around Las Vegas. And I called down to the front desk and they insisted that it was just tourists, but I think that's a bunch of baloney. I mean, clearly they're monitoring me.
The need for anonymity. We're going to use a Guy Fawkes mask here, but that's sort of been ruined. Moving on.
Oh, sorry.
IPv6 forces implementing this technology in no small part to track you. We've covered the privacy concerns, but additional steps need to be taken. Tor may be comprised of powerful NSA networks.
It will be, yeah.
Avoiding social networking. Voluntary tracking of social activities seems harmless enough, but tying social network profiles to IPv6 addresses, which are tracked from network to network, eventually no anonymity. Doesn't matter which Face Plus service you use. So avoid social networking.
Most of the groups and clubs you see on Facebook about opposing IPv6 are just traps. I mean, to be honest, only a moron would join something publicly.
We did not start that.
No, this is probably run by the cabal or some agency they control. Anyone that joins it's going to be monitored and eventually rounded up for an internment camp.
The most damning evidence, Face Plus didn't invite us to their speaker party. Clearly, they're afraid of the truth. You can't explain that. Go ahead.
So one of the things that we suggest for keeping the resistance strong is to use a distributed cell structure. It really gets a bad rap because of its use by other less honorable organizations. Make sure that the cell members aren't federal agents. That's really important. Or cabal agents, even more important. Don't trust anyone. Probably the safest cell structure is just a cell of one. Now, I did some research on distributed cell structures, and it's really kind of confusing. I don't really understand what these are supposed to be.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, I know, I agree. So, I pulled these off of Wikipedia, and I don't understand how it works. But probably being in a distributed cell is the best way to avoid being killed.
So why did we do this? The truth must be told. The cabal must be stopped.
They're evil. Also, only animals wait in line for 2 hours for badges. All right, any questions? All right, we are leaving it. Oh, yeah, question, yes.
Are you sure that your cat Schrodinger is dead?
Yeah, I opened the box. I did, I destroyed the state, the wave state. Anyone else?
That's a cabal cover-up.
Yeah,
they were trying to throw us off.
You must be with the cabal. That sounds awfully suspicious. Or they are not fake.
We're telling the truth.
This is the truth. You're just trying to cast doubts in this.
Did you see the math we used?
Yeah. The numerological analysis. I mean, we spent a lot of time on this.
You can't make that up.
Yes. Well, the professor did that. 3.
That sounds like a cabal lie, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I have to say that's very unlikely to me. Anyone else? Yes.
That is also a violation of birth law.
Yeah, it is. It clearly, and it's evil too. Yes. Oh, damn! I didn't think of that. Thank you.
Do you want to be a grad student?
He's speaking the truth.
And there's 6 letters in DEFCON.
I don't know. That is obviously a coincidence. Yes. So what's that? Not from us, but you'll be doing a good deed. The question was if you get a t-shirt for spotting the cabal. Just take them back in the alley and beat them. Yes. They should, but it's pretty clear that the cabal has completely infiltrated Congress. I mean, they act like a bunch of morons. That's the only explanation. Yes. Sorry, say that again? What? Gibberish. Probably a brain control malfunction. Yes. Sorry, what's that?
Who sold guys like you a panel van?
You'd be surprised.
That's the professor's van. I don't drive a panel van because I don't need to do things in that. Yes. Sorry, what? No, there's enough of us here. There's strength in numbers. They cannot kill us all.
Well, they could, but it's messy.
We have to take the risk. It's worth it. We have to take the risk. Yes, you the ugly one in the front.
Are the talking heads part of the cabal?
Yeah, again, that's gibberish, but more brain plant malfunctions.
We believe there's a paperwork mistake.
Lies, a lot of lies. Yes.
Did you notice that the man who took a picture of you earlier was wearing a shirt that said 6 greater than 4?
Oh,
And then he left.
God damn, no. We should have had better security here. Anyone else? Get him! Anyone? Yeah, you can get them at any hardware store. Pitchforks. Torches are harder to find than pitchforks, but you look up on the internet, I'm sure there's a website that'll show you how to make torches. Anything else? No, that's just proof they're after us.
Yeah. I believe that's a threat.
That's like leaving a dead horse in somebody's bed.
Yeah, or a mannequin tent.
Yeah.
Pitchforks have 4 prongs. That's why they're the solution.
That is true. There are some 3-pronged pitchforks too, but yeah, the 4th ones are clearly what we'd need for a torch and pitchfork, Bob.
Sounds like a crazy coincidence to me. I don't think that was.
Well, nobody asked what you had to say. Yes.
How much was your black turtleneck?
Well, this was okay, it's hard to say. This is a tactical black turtleneck. This is one of the extra dark ones. It was $700 and well worth it. I mean, I didn't invent the turtleneck, and I don't claim that, but I was the first to recognize its tactical potential.
Wait a minute. Steve Jobs wears a black turtleneck. Is he in the resistance as well?
No. He's just a tool. Yes. Apple has a Class A network segment. They really do.
Why are you using an apple?
It's not my choice. Okay, anyone else? All right, thank you very much. Be careful.